Hello class, this is a video tutorial on loan repayments. Loan repayments can be viewed as a type of annuity or recurrence relation that aims to reduce the final value to zero. Loans almost always have these two things in common. The repayment occur after the interest charge, and monthly repayments and monthly interest charges. So we would actually rarely ever have something like this, where M being the deposit or the repayment, it wouldn't occur before the interest rate charge. So this isn't what we would normally see. We would actually normally see P times R, that's the increased, followed by the repayment. So it'll almost always follow this type of problem or this type of recurrence relation. Other than that, and the monthly repayments, you'll see that it's almost always given as a yearly rate that we could very easily convert into a monthly rate. Okay, well, other than that, it actually is very similar to what we've done with annuities. So here we go. So we have a $10,000 loan being charged 12% per annum compounding monthly. If $500 is paid at the start of each month, calculate an expression for the value of the loan after the nth repayment. Now, this whole business with the start of each month, it actually shouldn't apply when this is done. We always just assume that the interest rate is charged first, followed immediately by the reduction. So because of that, well, actually a few things. First, we're going to change this 12% per annum. That's a nice easy change. So let's first let P equal 10,000. Going to let R equal, well, 12 divided by 12. I should just grab a calculator here. 0.12 is 12% divided by 12. We get 0.01. But because we are increasing this, it becomes 1.01. Now that we have this, we can now start building our expression. So for this one, since it wants the expression for the value of the loan after the nth repayment, we're actually going to start on 0, being P. So A of 0, no repayments have been made. A of 1, we multiply this by R, so PR, minus M, and there's our first repayment. A of 2, we're going to multiply this by R, so PR squared minus MR, minus another repayment of M. Oh, sorry, I should have written here that M is 500. Okay, good. Let's do a final one here. A3, this is the third repayment. PR cubed minus MR squared minus MR minus M. From here, we can already build our pattern, A of N. So PR is going to match the nth term, so PR to the power of N minus MRN to the power of minus 1 minus MRN to the minus 2. And this goes all the way down to just M by itself. But before I do M by itself, I'll take the last 2. Now, here's where there is a slight difference with how we approach this. With annuities, the entire expression had a common factor. In loan repayments, it's almost always the case that this principal value, the loan value, will actually remain on its own, like so, p r to the power of n. And it's only these repayments that will have a common factor. Often it's going to be a common factor of m minus m. And again, for this one, I'm going to reverse the order so that it's increasing. So negative m times something gives me this one. Well, that's going to be positive 1 plus negative m times something gives me this expression. That gives me r plus, this goes all the way up until r to the power of n minus 1. And from here again, this is where our sum of the geometric series comes in. I guess I'll write it here. So I'm going to let a equal 1, little r just be capital R. And once again, just counting this, there are n minus 1 r terms plus one more term. So there are n terms. So from here we can write a of n equals p r to the power of n minus m. Using the sum of a geometric sequence, we get r to the power of n minus 1. And for this one, I'm going to substitute 0.01 into this. Okay, so r is actually 0.01. So 1.01 minus 1, which, as I stated, is simply 0.01. Now, the reason why I do this is the m can be divided by 0.01. So think of that as 1 divided by this expression. So 1 divided by 0.01 gives me 100m. Times r to the n minus 1. And this is when r is equal to 1.01. From here, I'm now going to substitute all my numbers in. P was 10,000. R was 1.01 to the power of n. Minus 100 times m. Well, m is 500, so 100 times 500 gives me 50,000. And I'm going to immediately expand that with r. Now remember, r here is the same one here. So expanding that, I get 1.01 to the power of n. And this negative 50,000 is going to multiply with this negative 1 to give me plus 50,000. And I hope we can see here, these two are actually like term. They have the exact same 1.01 to the power of n. So these two are like terms. This will give me negative 40,000. But to make it look nice and neat, I'm going to bring this to the front. 50,000 minus 40,000. 1.01 to the power of n. And this is the expression that we're going to be working with of a of n. Now that we have this, the question simply becomes how much of the loan is remaining after 1 year. Well, 1 year is 12 repayments, so n equals 12. So we can simply substitute a of 12 equals, grabbing a calculator here. So substituting 12 repayments. So 50,000 minus 40,000, 1.01 to the power of 12. There is $4,926.99. So just rounding up to the nearest numbers, it was 6. So it goes up to $4,927 remaining after 1 year or 12 months. So as you can see, it's actually just one extra step in this factorization here, and a little bit of more understanding around this a of 0 beginning on a of 0, and a of n represents the number of repayments. Okay, so I hope that's given you an insight into loan repayments. Hope to see you in the next video where we take on more examples of this. Hope to see you then, and best of luck.